Hey guys, this will be a model review of the Peterbilt 357 National 1300H boom truck and 1/50th scale made by TWH. On the front, it's a pretty good model. Like detail wise, it's a very awesome model. It's like display model, but if you're using like stop motion or something, I wouldn't completely recommend it. You'll just have to see as we go along. Like I said, detail wise, it's very nice. There's supposed to be a front jack that comes with it, but I'm not too sure where it went. So this model does not have it, and it doesn't really do much. It's very flimsy. If you get it just right, the truck will come off at the wheels if you have all the outriggers out. But you have to have it just right. I don't remember how to do that. Sorry. But typical Peterbilt grill detail. Looks very nice. Yellow warning decals. The bottom left corner. Can't focus it. Let's see. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but you also have your fender detail. Rubber over here. Your mud flaps that are rubber. Under the hood, it's okay detail. Probably they don't have a Caterpillar in this truck. But I'm not too sure why my camera doesn't focus right. But anyways, the grill comes down pretty nicely. The hood. Tires have good detail. I don't know why it's not focusing. You have good bolt details. You can see. Your front visor, of course. The windshield wipers on the hood here, under the windshield. You have obvious doors that they open to reveal a nicely detailed cab. Maybe you guys will be able to see it, but it looks really good. You have a gas tank under here. You have detail on the steps, like grip detail. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Of course, you have your air horns up here, and you have to put them on. They do come off pretty easily. So if you have them on, just be careful with them, and they don't fall off. They do send you a couple though, a couple extras. And the same with the mirrors. I actually glued mine in, which is not a big deal, but keeps them from coming out. And I'm not too sure if it happens with everybody, but when I had two of these come in, which I'll talk about later. But the pieces right here that go into the hole, they're too big, so I took like a nail file to file down the mirror part so it fits in nicer. Your outrigger right here comes out, screws down, and put that low. And then if you have all of them down, it will keep the truck off the ground. And then comes back up. It's one of the earlier models that have invisible threads. And on this side, it wasn't done right. Like I said, I had two come in because my outrigger pad fell off of this side, and it did it with both my models. So I sold the other one. And what else is there? And you have I have some detail right here. You have your step. This is etched through. You have a little toolbox right here. I usually put like pins and stuff in there. I actually have one in there. I'll talk about that later. I think that came with this model. And you have very good suspension on the back, which I really like. And you have your rear stabilizers. They slide out and they screw down. Same with the other side. Pull it down actually. Just like that. And you won't be able to see with it standing up. But this go like that. And then you screw them back in. Till they're just snug. Usually keep them on like that. Get this one back in. Get this back in. And then on the back, let's see. You have your reverse lights right here. You have a bumper or the step. And what's falling out of this? If you for transport, you're supposed to have it, like tightened like that. This is a thumb. Can't think of the name right now. Like use your thumb to for the rope. And that just hooks off the little hook right here. There's like a hook right there. It just comes down. And it does a decent job with the cylinder. Let me fix you guys. You get, I think it's about 4 feet this thing gets with all the sections extended. About 4 feet tall. But you see, I think that's about a foot tall. But before I get to that, let's finish the detail of this model. Your obvious National Crane logo. You have lifting hooks up here, but yeah, you can see that. You have your degree gauge, which works pretty well. Right here. As it goes up, it stays in its spot, tell you what the angle is. You have your control panel back here for the crane. That swivels back and forth. And you have a remote right here. It's pretty cool. There's like a, let's see. You can see that little hook, little pocket right here. That's just supposed to fit in there. I don't feel like dealing with that. Then of course another step right here. And this would come out. Mine broke off. You have your smokestack. And that's it for detail-wise, I guess. Like I said, you have to use your thumb for the string. You have little rubber hoses under here, flexible. And coming up, and you have a little hole right here where you can put, I think a paper clip would fit in there, just to keep the boom from not falling down. This might be a paper clip, but I forget. And that just slides in the hole, and it'll stay up. If you don't have it, it'll stay for a while, but it'll eventually fall down. So if you have it up like this, I suggest you put it in. It's happened to me before. Alright, now go up here. Turn this around. You need 2 pins to hold this in. The jib for the basket. I always keep my other pin down here. Just pull that out. And this will swing up. And then there'll be a hole on the other side. Now it's going like that. I'm not too sure. I'm going to show this to you guys. We'll keep going up. And then this is supplied with pins, of course. Let's put the pins in first. You see pins going up here, and then there's one down here, but I'm not too sure where that pin is off the top of my head. But those will go in here. You guys can see that. I'm trying to make it a little more brighter. So hang on. Alright, it's a little better. These just go in. There's holes up there like that. And then that'll just stay like that. As you guys can see. That must be about 2 feet tall, I think. I can grab measuring tape and show you guys. See, from the ground to right here is about 10.5 inches, and then up to the basket. I'm not too sure, also show up on film, but it is 17 inches tall. Now you can raise all the sections, which I'll show you guys in a minute. Okay, now I have all the extensions out with the basket, and I'll show you guys how tall it is. Take off the tripod, make it a little easier. Let me bring it out real quick. You can see I have the outriggers out because it will actually tip if you don't have them out, and if we bring the boom to the side of the truck. It's almost happened to me before. But it's on the ground. It's 34 inches tall with the jib, and without it, just the crane itself is about 27.5. So you still get pretty good height off it, but you can never use, unless you're using just a basket, I wouldn't recommend this in a stop motion, because the drum doesn't hold much to any weight. I've tried in one of my stop motions, the first one of my road dio, you'll see I use this model, and I had a very hard time with it. I was lifting, actually, I was lifting this model with it. It was getting out of the way for something, and I had a very difficult time with it because the drum would just give away. Like it doesn't lock or anything. But I'll bring you guys up to the hook. The hook is pretty good detail. I like it. And you have, I'm guessing this is for weight so it doesn't fly around in the wind. You have all your little movements with the hook and stuff. Bring off to the side here. Yeah, the sections don't really hold that well great either. But you've etched through detail all throughout the basket. You can see under it. You have a little makeshift control panel right here. You have a bunch of warning stickers. The basket rotates, and you can put a pin. See, you have one or just 2 spots where you can put it. A pin so it stays in that spot. But as you can see, I brought it on its side. It's almost completely to its side. And it's holding pretty good, but it does come up a little bit. See right there. But overall, it's still an amazing model if you're just displaying it. I would highly recommend it for a display model, but if you're using it for like stop motions and stuff, I would not recommend it. Yeah, you can just pull the sections down. The line will come with it. Like you have to reel it back in. So you have to hold in the string so it doesn't come out of the drum. It says weight on it. And with the drum, it's a spring-loaded drum, So when you bring in your line, you have to like pull it back too at the same time. So like this. It takes a little while to get used to. I used to have a hard time with it, but it got easier. I'm stuck on something. Oh, there we go. But yeah, there's the Peterbilt 357 TWH. It's getting pretty rare, so if you guys want it, I suggest you pick it up now. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.